a phone call from the past. Let me introduce you to the Raleigh Tourist DL1. When you hear the term steel is real, there's a lot of it here, and this thing is real heavy. Really hard to ride, just like the one I used to have. I can tell you, on the flats, it's kind of fun. Going uphill, coming downhill, horrible. But let's appreciate what we have here. First is the design. It's about a 100-year-old design, not the bike. What's interesting on this bike is we can actually get a pretty good date on the manufacturer. Sturmey Archer was the hub manufacturer, and they would stamp code the hub shells, lets us get a really good idea. We can assume the wheels are the original. This one, 1273, December 1973. What was going on over here? Gerald Ford finally sworn in as vice president under Richard Nixon. But more importantly, in England, the oil embargo pain was hurting. Reduction of speed on the motorway, 70 down to 50. What better time to start riding a bike? And what a bike it is. Let's dive into some of these features, starting with these enormous tires. These are bigger than the 27-inch, the 700Cs or 29ers in terms of the rim fit. This one would no way fit. Not such a great thing nowadays. It means you're limited to tire selection. But let's feast our eyes on this chain guard. There's nice pinstriping all around the chain guard. A very nice detail, helps us keep the pinstripe pants clean. Now, they give you a little peekaboo door here. This is kind of fun. This thing comes up, and inside you can see the chain ring. Oh, that's kind of fun. That's the Raleigh head. Why would you want that? It's not for any service. It's when you put the thing on, it has to guide over the cranks. That's the purpose of that fun little trapdoor. Now let's move up front. Wait a minute. There you are. What we have here is called a rod brake. Very interesting, very direct. What happens? You squeeze with your hands like any other brake. On any brake, we're taking our hand force, leveraging it up to apply to the rim or to a rotor on a disc brake. Kind of the same thing here. So let's see. Take our hand, we pull, yes, rotates this rod through the leverage here. It's multiplied up by this linkage here, and then it pulls this stirrup with the pads straight up into the rim. Pads are coming up inside the rim. Spokes are very, very much inside of the rim, all the way to the center. It's a wide section here. This design leaves this wide, flat surface of chrome, not a good braking material. The pads come up, and we slow the bike, and let's have a quick spin, and we see that up and down motion. Boink, boink. Oh, horrible. Roundness is very important here. Also, you hit a dent, you've dented your rim, you're going to catch it and lock it at that moment. Not much fun. So the downhill, needing to brake on these, not the best. The rear is even worse. We are again multiplying our leverage. We're pulling up here, that pulls the linkage down here. Eventually down here, we're losing several magnitudes of our leverage to the rear, really bad. So overall, not a good system. Let's think about our other brakes. Here is a cable brake. It pulls through the cable to the cantilever that pulls into the rim and helps slow us down, like any rim brake, side pull, or whatever. But then we also have a hydraulic system, again, leveraging our hand force through a sealed tube all the way back to the cylinders at the piston. They squeeze in, slow the bike down. More sophisticated, still the same concept of multiplying our hand force, but this one, very, very, very direct. Now, why? Why do this? It sure is simple. My thinking is the village smitty, he could fix this. Weld it, probably fabricate it, not a problem. Our village smitty is not going to be fabricating and making a cable. So sure, some simpleness here is good, effective. Watch yourself on the downhill. It's not much fun. So remember, when you get a call from the past, answer it. You might learn something if we all pay attention. Goodbye.